This really small patch of creeping Jenny planted itself. And it would be fine here, but I actually want to use it. I have a bunch down in my other part of my flower bed, but I'm going to dig this up and use it for one of my planters in the front of the house. I'm trying to figure out where it starts. Oh, there's ants in there. They're not going to be too happy with me, but I got to get this out. It's got a runner and some roots. I think it just fell down on the ground and then planted itself from one of my hanging plants from last year. Boy, it's harder to get out than I thought. All right, I'm gonna work at this and then I'll show you where it's going. This is the planter that I'm gonna, or a pot, actually it's a pot. It's a hanging pot here that I'm gonna put the creeping Jenny, and I'm gonna put one vinca and one begonia in. I'm going to have to soften up this soil. It's in there. Look, there's one big giant lump from the previous plant that was in there. That's gonna take me a bit to freshen up. I got this all softened up. I took a bunch of it out because I need to fit my flowers in there. So I'm going to put the begonia in first. And I like the new shape of the containers, making them rectangle instead of square. Not sure why. I think just change in general. So I'm going to put them together, like one on one side of the pot, one on the other. And then I'm going to put the creeping Jenny to just hang off. Trying to get, so some of this was under the ground. I might cut that off to make it look prettier, but I'm going to put the creeping Jenny right in the center, one on each side. I love it. I love the pot with the little flowers on it and the colors, and then I was able to put the creeping Jenny on actually 3 different sides. It's on the back side too, just a little bit right there, and the red begonia and the pink vinca. And I always leave a little bit of room at the top because when it rains, this pot I don't believe has a hole in the bottom. Yeah, this one does not have a hole in the bottom, so it can actually kind of drown your plants a little bit, but it also, so it gives a little bit where it'll fill up to there and then spill over. So and then if it really has too much water in, I actually come and dump a little bit of water out. But I never want the dirt to be so piled up that the water rolls out right away. I want it to, you know, have a little bit of depth there. I'm gonna put that right in here. Oh, stepping on my plastic container. I love it. And I keep moving this around. I will find the right spot for it as the spring and summer goes on. I'm currently using this to hold up my lilies. They're blooming so pretty. I love that they're like cascading down. I grabbed more of my border flowers. So I'm going to use the red begonias, the white and pink vincas, and plant them in between. I'm going to leave that there, my chicks and hens. I have those green ones, and then I have like the reddish ones over here. So I'm just going to do this front part and not the side of the flower bed because I want to be able to put my hose over there. I have them all planted in there. I think they're going to do well in this location. I am continuing to clean up the flower beds, is part of my What a Mess series of videos. I have all of this. I'm going to switch the camera around. I have all of this over here to trim and to pull out all of that ground cover and anything else that might be growing there. I'm going to keep my eyes out for poison ivy. At first you might be like, oh, it's 3 leaves, it's poison ivy. Nope, this is ground cover. Ground cover, oodles of it. The poison ivy that I have been finding has a red vine to it and has distinct poison ivy leaves. If you're not sure what the poison ivy or any poisonous plant looks like in your area, Google the images, try to match those images up to anything. Of course, wear gloves. I haven't been wearing gloves. I will, if I see poison ivy in here, I will put gloves on. In fact, right there it is. Do you see that right there? Red vine, 3 leaves, jagged, all poison ivy. So I am definitely going to get my gloves on when I come to this area of the garden. Poison ivy alert. I was getting ready to weed this flower bed and look what I found. 3 leaves, red vine, all poison ivy. In fact, it's the whole way over here. I'm holding this up without my gloves on. I've been digging in the garden already, but I'm going to put gloves on and pull all of this out. I have my gloves and I make sure they're long in the sleeves. Normally I would even wear a long sleeve shirt to do this, but I think I can get the poison ivy out without actually getting poison ivy. I'm going to start in the middle here to see where it's at. That's definitely the root. Oh, yes, I got that part. Oh, there's some more right here. And then I'm going to get this little bit right here. Oh, I missed. All right. I'm going to look around. I don't see any more. This is all ground cover. There's a lot of ground cover here. I can grab up some of the ground cover. Now I feel more confident. Now I feel more confident about trimming back the dead things from last year, from the fall when they died, and then pulling out more of this ground cover, which is, oh, and then this is a dandelion. I know you're supposed to dig them out, but sometimes I just pull the tops of them off. Got that out. All right, I gotta keep my eye out for more poison ivy. My purple irises keep falling down. I think they're too overcrowded here. So at some point I'll have to dig them up and move them around. My yellow ones are blooming now. My snapdragons are so close to blooming. Thanks for watching.